Hello, everyone. I'm Jonette Ngwenya, and I'll be your moderator for this session. So, a brief background about the Ellison Institute of Technology. It has launched a scholarship for people wanting to drive technological innovation while receiving fully funded undergraduate or doctoral study at the University of Oxford. It is ideal for anyone passionate about solving humanity's most serious problems through innovations in science, technology, and engineering, as scholars will work on world-benefiting innovative projects. In this session, the Ellison Scholars team will be giving an introduction overview of the scholarship, including how unique it is, the selection criteria, benefits, and application process. And there'll be a short Q&A session at the end. So over to you, Paris, Farai, and Anna.
Thank you so much, Jeanette. It's lovely to meet you, and it's lovely to be able to speak with everyone today. I'll give us a moment to introduce myself, and then, if it's okay, my colleague Anna will be sharing slides for the presentation as Farai and I go through them. To introduce myself, I'm Paris, and I am the Outreach Coordinator within the Ellison Scholars team. What that means is it's up to me and the team to get the word out there about the scholarship to people such as yourselves and anyone interested in the programme. Now I'll hand over to Farai, who can introduce himself.
Thank you so much, Paris, and good afternoon, good evening to everybody who is joining. My name is Farai Munjoma. I am the Ellison Scholars Talent Scout for Africa. And essentially, my role is to work with our partners in Africa on the ground, as well as support them to find and spread the news, find talented people that will join the Scholars Program, but also share the news far and wide so that no one is left behind. So that is a bit about what I do.
Hi everyone, I'm Anna. I'm the team coordinator, so I'm supporting the Scholars Programme in a variety of ways. And today, as Paris mentioned, I'll be helping out with the slides. It's nice to have you all here.
So while Anna gets the slides up and running, Farai and I can go ahead with starting the presentation. So today we're going to give you an introduction of the programme, which will give scholars the opportunity to study at the University of Oxford and get involved in the Institute's innovation projects. We'll make sure that there's plenty of time to go through questions at the end, so please do put them in the comments section. We'll be able to read all of those. Feel free to raise them as we go and we'll answer them then. We have loads of resources on the programme, which are all on our website. So if you have any additional questions after this presentation as well, then we can go through them. So I've actually had a message from Anna which says that the slides need uploading. So I think we might just have to go without the slides for now. But we do have a video version of this session, plus additional live sessions that we do as well. So Anna can put them in the comments and we'll make sure that you have all of the resources there. Farai and I are here also to answer any broad questions you have about the programme. Hopefully it's something you're all excited about and keen to apply for either this year or sometime in the future. So we love hearing what people think and hearing the questions you have. So please feel free to ask them. So a little bit about what we're going to be talking about today. We're going to be telling you a bit more about EIT, who we are and what we're trying to achieve, the Ellison Scholars Programme and how unique this programme is, the selection criteria, who we're looking for and who can be an Ellison Scholar, the benefits of the scholarship, what resources are available for our scholars as they build their career paths, the application process, including the timeline and how to apply, the next steps, both for prospective applicants and for organisations, so how you can apply and or get involved in the programme. And finally, like I said, there'll be the time for you to ask questions. Now handing things over to Farai.
Thank you so much, Paris, for kicking us off. So the biggest aspect of the Ellison Scholars Program, I guess to do it justice, is to start off with a quote from Larry Ellison, who is the founder of EIT and the Chief Technology Officer of Oracle. And Larry says that the Ellison Institute of Technology will focus its work on finding technological solutions for some of humanity's most challenging problems and preparing the next generation of leaders and innovators to share and apply these advancements around the world. So it is quite a global facing program. The scholarship program, which we are talking about today, is within the context of the Ellison Institute of Technology, which has a mission to develop and deploy technology which can solve humanity's most challenging and long-term problems. To fulfill its mission, the Institute will work on technological innovations in 4 key areas, which we are calling the humane endeavor. So these are the 4 key areas that the scholarship will focus on. So the first one is health and medical science, followed by food security and sustainable agriculture, climate change and clean energy, government innovation, and era of artificial intelligence. So technology and innovation will clearly play a pivotal role in shaping every project across the 4 areas that I've just mentioned. And these will serve as a driving force that empowers advancement and fosters transformational change in these fields. The projects can span from creating life-saving vaccines under the health and medical science. So for those guys interested in health and medical science, this is some of the cool projects that you'll be working on. And it can also go on to developing something like modular greenhouses to grow food indoors under the food security and sustainable agriculture area. We have published the list of these projects on our website. So you're welcome to go on our website and see the indicative projects that we have. So while more projects will be added, the list demonstrates the sort of impactful work the Ellison Scholars could support. Collaborating with world-leading experts will be pivotal in doing this as well as you shape a better future. So we're pretty excited about that. So you've heard about the 4 humane endeavors, and included in all of them will be innovative projects. As the quote from our founder, Larry Ellison, says, the Institute's center of gravity will be its projects. These innovation projects are focused on solving real-world problems, and the same will be true for our scholars. Later, when we talk about the Ellison Scholars Program, we'll go more in depth on the scholars, on how the scholars will be involved in the projects. Over to you, Paris.
Thank you, Farai. So now we wanted to introduce you to our leadership team, and these are the faculty of fellows who oversee the Institute and its projects. So first of all, there's Larry Ellison, who we've spoken about a bit and we introduced you to earlier. Larry is the founder of EIT and the Chief Technology Officer at Oracle. We've got Sir John Bell, who is the president of EIT Oxford and will oversee our projects, and Dr. David Agus, who is the president of EIT LA. Plus, there is Tony Blair, the former UK Prime Minister and Executive Chairman for Tony Blair Institute for Global Change. One of the things that makes this programme quite so special is that scholars will be working with these world leaders and experts on projects in their areas of specialism. And finally, involved in the programme, we have Dr. Laura Lewis, the Ellison Scholars Programme Director. Now, we've spoken a little bit about the Institute. Now I wanted to tell you a bit more about how the Ellison Scholars Programme plays its role within the Institute. So a primary part of the programme's mission is to identify students from around the world and train them to be leaders with the skills to invent, improve and manage the next generation of technology. We're looking for approximately 20 students each year at undergraduate or graduate level who are passionate about solving humanity's most serious problems. The aim of the programme is to prepare scholars to become the global tech innovators and leaders of the future. And we wanted to take the chance here to emphasise that this is not just an academic scholarship, it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for selected students as they are propelled to become the global tech innovators and leaders of the future through an unrivaled quality of education, resources and network at their disposal. So this is quite an opportunity, hence why we're so excited to speak to you about it today. And as such, we're aiming to find top talent globally who are passionate about solving real-world problems through technology. Farai will now talk about the selection criteria for the programme.
Thanks, Paris. So who are we looking for? We are looking for you guys. The Africa Science Buskers. We're looking for you guys. So let's talk a bit about the criteria to become an Ellison Scholar. The criteria are broken down into 3 parts. So alignment to EIT's vision, so what we've just spoken about, personal criteria, and general eligibility criteria. So first and foremost, we are looking for people that have a deep understanding of global problems in at least of one of the 4 humane endeavors that we just spoke about. In addition, applicants must excel in at least one of the 3 criteria, which I just mentioned, have advanced technology skills or a track record of technology innovation or very high aptitude in a subject that relates to a humane endeavor and associated projects. So we're interested in applicants who, for example, have demonstrated their expertise by working on cutting-edge projects, such as developing sophisticated robotic prototypes, creating an impactful app to address social issues within your local community, or even achieving notable recognition like being an international Olympiad winner in their respective field. There's also, under the personal criteria, there's also stuff that we're looking at, such as your academic excellence and passion for the subject that you're doing. So someone who exhibits creativity as a problem solver and is enthusiastic and curious about their subject of interest, as well as has an outstanding academic track record. We're looking for people that are tenacious and resolute. So someone who perseveres against the odds and sees failure as an opportunity to gain information and to try something new. We're also looking for applicants who are good with communication. They have strong communication skills. They are good at collaborating with others and are influential and motivational leaders of the future. So we'll talk a bit more about the eligibility criteria. So for undergraduate, applicants must have already met or be on track to meeting the minimum entry requirement for their chosen course at Oxford University, which include qualification requirements, grade requirements, English language proficiency. I'll repeat that again. So qualification requirements, grade requirements and English language proficiency. So while we do not have a minimum age requirement, some of the courses in Oxford may require applicants to be 18 years old by the time they start their course in Oxford. Please check the Oxford website for the eligibility of your chosen course. For graduates, so applicants must meet the entry requirements of their chosen default course at Oxford University. While we are committed to having a global code, one thing to bear in mind is that Oxford University does not accept school living qualifications from every country. So please check on the university's website to see where your country is. You can still apply if you are doing one of the international qualifications, such as international A-levels or IB diploma or SATs, as these are accepted by Oxford University. If you don't have any of these qualifications that are recognized by the university, it's not the end. However, I would like you to show how you stand out as a candidate. You can still go ahead and apply for the Scholars Program, and the Ellison Scholars team will proactively work with you to explore alternative pathways for you to gain eligibility into Oxford, University of Oxford.
Thanks, Farai. I think I can't see her yet, but I think our program director Laura is on the call. So Laura, if you're able to jump on and want to say hello, there we are. Hi Laura, I can see you now.
Hi everybody. Oh yeah, I can see a screen as well. Hi everyone. I'm the program director for the Ellison Scholars program. It is great to be here and to sort of meet you all. So I imagine Farai and Paris have been doing a fantastic job of explaining the scholarship program. So it is a super exciting time in that we have opened the applications for the first time ever for our undergraduate applicants. So we're offering fully funded scholarships for undergraduate study at the University of Oxford. That includes the 3-year bachelor's degrees as well as the 4-year integrated master's and bachelor's degrees. Plus, we also are funding the graduate entry and the 6-year undergraduate entry medicine course as well. So I think I'm just now repeating what I'm sure they've already said. But anyway, so undergraduate applications are open now and are closing on the 1st of August, and then we're going to open our graduate scholarships. So that is funded doctoral study at the University of Oxford. We are super excited. It's our first year, and we hope that I don't know whether I've come in actually, Paris, partway through the information session, but we hope that what you've heard so far is interesting, that some of you decide to apply. But also, yeah, so it's exciting because we're launching, but it's also exciting because we're not just an academic scholarship. So we are fully funding study at Oxford University, but also the scholars are going to be working on these fantastically innovative and world benefiting projects using science, technology, and engineering to try and solve some enduring problems affecting humanity. So yes, I don't know. I'm around. I'm going to stay on the call. Paris and Farai can take over again, but I'm also happy to answer questions.
Amazing. Thank you, Laura. So the bit we actually got to was the benefits of being an Ellison Scholar, of which there are many. And the aim of the programme is really to prepare scholars to become the global tech innovators and leaders of the future. Therefore, we have some quite unique benefits and support which will help to make this possible. So you should be able to see the slides now, and you can see here some of the key featured benefits to the programme, which are interdisciplinary collaboration, fully funded studies, state-of-the-art facilities, and a lifelong scholars network. And we'll talk a little bit more about each of these in the next slides. So we have had a couple of quotes from Larry in this presentation, and one of them was really about the Institute's centre of gravity being its projects. So led by an EIT faculty fellow during the academic year and summers, our scholars will have a fantastic opportunity to work on a project in their area of interest. And for graduate scholars, they'll be working on the project as part of their PhD. Our scholars will be working in a team of other scholars EIT faculty of fellows, scientists and engineers, as well as students and faculty of affiliated universities. On top of this, this is a very generous scholarship. It covers all course fees at the University of Oxford, travel and setup costs, accommodation and living expenses during a scholar's entire period of study. Plus, as our scholars will be working on the innovation projects within the humane endeavours during the academic year and summers, there will be an internship payment for scholars. Altogether, the scholarship is valued at approximately £100,000 a year for international students, so that's around 127,000 US dollars. The picture in this next slide shows what will be the new EIT Observatory Hall here in Oxford. The Oxford campus is currently being constructed and will incorporate more than 30,000 square metres of state-of-the-art facilities and technology, including a robotics lab and the world's largest computer for designing and training artificial neural networks. Scholars will have access to the facilities and have the resources they need to work on their innovation projects. We also have an established campus in Los Angeles where the Institute is originally founded, and there will be opportunities for the scholars to visit the LA campus too. Finally, there is a lifelong scholars network. As scholars graduate from their studies, they remain Ellison Scholars and become part of the alumni network. As alumni, scholars will continue to have access to EIT resources and have the opportunity to potentially receive funding for future projects or companies that they establish. The benefit also helps to answer the question, who would make a good Ellison Scholar? The scholarship programme only makes sense for those who are planning to innovate to solve global problems as a career path, and this scholarship programme is uniquely placed to help them do that. We also hope many of our scholars will remain connected to the network as mentors and provide guidance to future scholars, as well as peer support for each other into the future. So now you have some information about the scholarship, Farai will share details of the application process.
Thank you, Paris. So now we'll talk about the application process and share more details on the application routes, timelines, and how to apply. So there are separate routes for undergraduate and graduate Ellison Scholars. The undergraduate applications have now opened and you can apply via our website, while the graduate applications open in early August this year. Admission into the program is dependent upon a successful application to the University of Oxford through their admissions process, as well as selection by EIT's Faculty of Fellows for the scholarship. Please note that the admission process of Oxford University is separate and independent process where we have no control. But for applicants who are shortlisted as semi-finalists, they will receive support to their applications to Oxford. We'll go into more detail in the next few slides. So now we're going to take a deeper dive into the application process for undergraduate entry. Undergraduate applications are now open and will close in August. You can find the link in the application form on our website, and we'll also post the application, the link in the chat. Applicants who are shortlisted as semi-finalists will receive a decision in late September and will be invited to apply to Oxford. They'll receive support for the university's admissions process along with access to online programming. Those receiving offers from Oxford in January 2025 will go through the final stage of the Ellison Scholars interviews, with awards being announced in April of 2025. In terms of applying to the program, the application form is online and candidates will be asked to provide personal information, education history, predicted or achieved qualifications and grades, a short video and statement demonstrating their motivation and vision of alignment with EIT's humane endeavors and projects, what course they want to do at Oxford and why. They are also asked to provide 2 academic references and a character reference. Any evidence that will show how brilliant you are. So we're looking at certificates of participation in Olympiads, international competitions as examples. We'll also be asking of them. So next up, information on the graduate application process.
Thanks, Farai. And if anyone's interested in applying, please visit eit.org/Ellison Scholars, and there'll be all the information on there. You can select whether you're interested in the undergraduate program or the graduate program. You can see the links to apply. It's all on the website for you. But if you have any questions, please do email us at scholars@eit.org. Again, all the information is on the website and you should be able to find it out there. So yes, as Farai said, we're now going to be talking about the graduate application process. So there's a separate process for graduate entry, and I'll now talk about the timeline and details to that. It's quite a straightforward application process for graduate students. Applications open very soon in August 2024. Following completion of the application form, there's a selection process by EIT faculty, after which successful graduate students will be awarded the scholarship conditional on their offer from Oxford. Applications for the University of Oxford are from November 2024, and the final list of scholars will be announced in April 2025. One thing I also want to note is that I know a lot of you might not be the right age or in the right stage of your life to do either the undergraduate program or the graduate program. This isn't just this year thing. It's going to go for a very long time. So please do stay in the loop for whenever you are ready to apply as well, because we'll welcome your application with open arms whenever is right for you. So the graduate online application form has slightly different questions. You need to provide personal information and details of your educational history, a research statement focused on the alignment of the research interest and expertise with one of the humane endeavours we've talked about and associated projects, plus 3 academic references. Now we've covered the details of the application process, Farai will talk about the next steps from here.
Yeah, so what are the next steps and how can you get involved? If you are an organization or school joining this call, welcome. Once again, there are 4 things we encourage you to do next. Number 1, we ask for you to kindly subscribe to our newsletter via our website. Secondly, we encourage strong applicants to apply. And thirdly, help us spread the word and share this information and opportunity as widely as possible within your network. Students, posters and social media signage are available for you to use from our resources page. So if you go on our website, there's a resources page. And please get in touch with us at scholars@eit.org if that's of interest. Also, and finally, you or someone you know can get involved with the program as a selector. Ellison Scholars selectors complete a very crucial role, which is a voluntary task of helping us select the best global talent and the most deserving applicants for the program. Volunteering as a selector is a rewarding process in itself, as you will be helping the Institute identify top talent across the world who are primed to develop solutions to global problems. And in addition, as a selector, you will get to network with other selectors globally from a variety of professional backgrounds. The call to become a selector is now live, and we'll post the link to sign up in the chat. If you have any questions, once again, feel free to email us at scholars@eit.org.
Thanks, Farai. And if you were a prospective applicant, it is so great to have you here, and we hope that this has been useful for you as well. We encourage you to sign up to our newsletter. There's a separate newsletter for applicants, and key information will be shared via this newsletter. Also, follow us on social media where we'll be sharing details there too. Again, all of this information, all of the links are available on our website, so do get stuck in there. But finally, undergraduate applications are now open, and there are only 8 days left to apply. So if you are interested in applying for this year's cohort of undergraduate Ellison Scholars, so those that are due to start at the university in 2025, please start your application now and activate your referees. If you think you meet the criteria we shared with you today, we would love to receive your application. Now, lots has been covered in this webinar, and we'll have time for some questions shortly. But if you want to get in touch with us at any point, you can see the Scholars team on the slide here, along with all of our contact details. Many of the team are here in the Oxford area, such as myself, and we have team members elsewhere and are all around the globe, including Farai, supporting the programme and helping us to find the top talent across the globe. It's worth noting that we run our own information sessions as well. So if you'd like any additional information, you can find details of these on the Ellison Scholars website. I'll now hand back to Farai as we begin to wrap up.
Thank you, Paris. So we're coming to the end of this particular segment. We would like to finish with a quote from Larry. We look forward to working in an environment rich in intellectual and technological resources, where the only limits are imagination and natural law. Thank you. And if you have any questions, please drop them in the Q&A function in the bar, and we look forward to answering as many questions as we can with the time that we have. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, everyone. I can see that we have a question coming in already from Tatenda, and it's a really good question, actually. Is there room for proposing other projects still under the humane endeavours as we apply? The answer is yes, but only if you think it's a project that's really closely aligned to what we're doing at the Ellison Institute of Technology. So please use this function sparingly. But there is a section on the application form where you choose which project that you would like to do. And there's a little section that says the project I want to do is not listed here. And then under that, you can put in your own project idea. But again, please do use this sparingly, and only if you think you've got an idea that is really closely aligned to what we're doing at the Institute.
Great. The next question that we have is, my school grades are not that strong, but I have huge international and national recognition for my projects. I really want to be a scholar. So is there any point I should specifically focus more? So as we said, we are still looking for brilliant people. It'll be good to also know a bit in depth what strong looks like for you. If you look at the courses that you want to apply for at Oxford, you'll be able to have a good idea of what's the threshold for you to get into that particular program. But as the Ellison Scholars program, we're looking at people holistically. So do not disqualify yourself yet. Just go through with the process, apply, show us all that international and national experience that you have, and also provide your grades, and we'll be able to assess you with our selector community and the admissions team what it is that you really need. But my advice from you is go onto the university website and see what is the threshold for the program that you wish to pursue once you're at Oxford. But we will assess you holistically.
Yes, and to add to that as well, it's a completely independent process. So you're applying to Ellison Scholars and you're applying to the University of Oxford separately. Because at undergrad level, well, in both cases, you apply to us first. So it is important, like Farai says, you look through the website and assess that you'd be able to do both things. If you need any tips or guidance, or if you're unsure about anything, please send us an email. And like Farai says, it really depends what you mean by not that strong as well, because maybe your grades are a whole lot stronger than you think as well. So yeah, take a look at the website. If anyone else has any questions, please do put them into the comment section. We've got a little bit more time and we're happy to answer any questions that you might have. And likewise, this is an invaluable opportunity to ask Laura any questions as she is still on the call. So please do feel free to utilize it.
Another question. What do you believe are some key aspects that make an application stand out? Yeah.
Oh, good one.
I can take this one if you like.
Go for it.
I think my advice would be to be yourself. So when you get to the end of an application form, you should feel like, yep, this is me. This is definitely me. This is what I've done. This is what I'm proudest of. And also this shows what I want to do. So I know Paris said about the kind of choosing your own project and using that sparingly, but actually, if what we're doing here at the Institute is not what is not exactly aligned with what you're interested in, I would rather that we hear from you about what you are interested in. It shouldn't affect your chances of admission. If we opt not to go with your suggested project, we would probably approach someone to say, actually, would you consider doing something else? So the whole application form should represent you as a person, what you've achieved, and we should get a good sense of who you are, what you care about, and also where you're heading in life as well. And I can't remember whether Farai and Paris, I may have missed this point in the deck, but one of the benefits is the Lifelong Scholars Network, and we have text on our website about once you graduate from Oxford and our program, you're currently having access to our technology and human resources so that you can continue to bring about change in our home countries or around the world. So that's really key. Is a good Ellison Scholar is someone that's going to be innovating to solve global problems anyway. And then getting involved in our program can help you get there quicker, can help kind of amplify your impact. The work here is going to be absolutely fascinating, and there's a lot of it as well. So I think, in terms of a standout application, I would prefer to phrase it as an application that really reflects who you are. Don't try to kind of presuppose what we're looking for or what you think that we're interested in. It's much better to just tell us who you are and what you're about. And it may be that we're not that aligned in terms of research interests, and that's fine. There are lots of opportunities out there as well, and we're going to help to signpost applicants to other opportunities as well. But definitely you should feel like, yep, this is me when you press submit.
Jonette, do we have any additional questions come in?
I see none at the moment. So thank you so much for just telling us about the scholarship. And okay, here's one question. If a person has a really groundbreaking project and has evidence to prove it, but grades are not really good, what are the chances of him or her being a scholar?
I can answer this one as well. Honestly, because the scholarship is linked to the University of Oxford, which is one of the top universities in the globe, we're probably not going to lower the bar for grades. So we probably won't, but Oxford certainly won't. So you need to, like Farai said, check out the university's website so that you know what the requirements are for the course or courses that you're interested in. And if you don't meet them and you're not close to meeting them, I would suggest that we're probably not the right program for you. Yeah, I mean, obviously you might want to do retakes or something, or come back and have a look at our program when it comes to graduate level. But we are unlikely to be selecting anybody that doesn't have Oxford's grades. Again, if you're at the stage where you've got predicted grades and you think you can get them to Oxford acceptable levels, then please do apply. But we're going to ask your teachers and referees to give us a good sense of what you're going to be getting, what grades you're on track to get. So our program is going to be quite selective, and then Oxford University is also very selective. So I think grades do matter. I understand that grades don't necessarily go hand in hand with being a really strong innovator, but because we're a scholarship program for Oxford University, grades need to be high.
All right, thank you. Okay, so if there aren't any more questions, I think this would be the end of our session. So thank you so much, Paris, Farai, Anna, and Laura, for all the information. And hopefully all our science buskers will be applying for the scholarship.
Amazing.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Thanks so much. Great to meet you all.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.